officially. Oh, we have one viewer. Hi, Miss Charmaine Davis. How are you? Did you make it?
No.
She like, we're gonna put a filter on one of them. They all like that.
No.
CECE, that is distracting. Oh. All these filters are weird.
They are weird.
They're not like regular, just okay. Maybe we should just do normal. Makes me look weird. I don't like it.
Oh, it's like bubbles. Why is it bubble? Oh God.
What's wrong with my eye?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me take it off. I didn't understand.
What's wrong with my eye?
I don't know. These are dumb.
Put it back on there. No.
Yes, that's what I was trying to get to. Is it it?
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the September Live with me, Mariah, and CeCe over here. This month is Alopecia Awareness Month, and in this live, we're just going to be talking about, you know, some treatments, some styles that all of our lovely hair loss clients could achieve, and some head wrap, you know, conversations about what you can do with having alopecia with your hair, and you know, different things you can do to nourish your scalp and treat the hair that you do or may still have. CeCe.
Yeah, so we actually in unison, we wanted to kind of
This is not planned. We did not plan this.
Yeah.
I walked in because I'm disgusting and I haven't washed my hair in 3 weeks, and it's not going to be washed for another week. You know why? Because God does not judge you. You shouldn't either.
But it's okay because it worked out anyway, right? Because this is bringing awareness to Alopecia Awareness Month and letting you know that we are with you, and that there are so many different ways to use as concealment to be able to still look great, still feel great, and to take care of your day-to-day without having any problems, and still looking and feeling like yourself. So I want to give one big tip. When you have hair wraps and you're kind of feeling like you may be a little self-conscious, big earrings.
Big earrings and a lipstick.
And a lip gloss lipstick.
Make sure them eyebrows high.
Eyebrows are filled in. And that's your easiest thing that you could do.
I can't see who that is. It N-E?
Well, he's going to say hi.
Negus Ra. Join hi.
How you
Thank you
doing?
for joining and listening in.
So that's a really great tip that you can have if you're wearing any type of hair wrap. Nice statement earring. Make sure your brows are filled in, and a great lip.
Maybe if you want to do an extra pop and some mascara, little eyeliner.
Mascara. And then normally when I go out, I have my big face glasses on, which pulls everything together.
And it's so many ways you can. Like, today is actually the first day I've ever tried to wrap my hair like this, and I really kind of like it. I feel like Miss Cleo. Let me call me now. Call me.
I have the
India Ivory knot.
The knot bun in the back there, and you make it on purpose, coordinated with your outfit.
My dress on.
I have
got a little
brown. So just
dress
coordinate
on with
everything.
Blue. Got some black and white sneakers on to tie that in.
Bring it all together.
You can make it a whole. I know a few people. Sidebar real fast. Shout out to Dana, because Sugar Plum Shop got my skin looking real nice. So we gonna talk about all of this stuff later on, because we also got some events coming up in the salon and we want y'all to attend. But yeah, shout out to Sugar Plum Shop, because you see that glow? You see that hue? You see that right there? There ain't no makeup.
Right.
That's just natural. That's the Lord just shining on me. So moving right along. So we talked about the head wraps. You could do the top knot. Boom.
So many
you
different
do this
ways.
like, I don't know, what is this, like a Aladdin kind of
Maybe.
little genie-ish?
A little bit. Maybe.
I don't know what to call this, but this one, the little wrap around. And we maybe next week I'll do like a quick, have Mara's not here today recording us, you guys, but she'll be here for the next live, but maybe I'll have her record me doing a couple tutorials. I already had one on the.
Cause you have a
YouTube.
scarf, right? That's like a full, like what type of material?
I think it was the same head wrap. I did the top knot.
No, that you're wearing. What type of material is it? Is it like a long piece?
It's
of
long,
fabric?
but it's also wide.
Okay, so that makes it really easy. You can go to the fabric store,
Joann's,
buy
get
a
you
really
a
great piece of fabric.
I would say doing that though, because I went and got some fabric like a couple weeks ago. Get a yard and a half. The yard, if you have a small head, the yard should be fine. But with me, I felt like the yard was not. I mean, it was enough, but it wasn't enough for me to really like play with it how I wanted to. But still, fabric store. There's a Instagram site I follow where I actually got this wrap from called the Wrap Life, and they have a lot of different interesting, unique, custom patterns, Afrocentric, like, and they also have tutorials on there as to how you can wrap their wrap. So head wraps are great. Also talking about
goes the Ghetto Fabulous way, because this here is a t-shirt.
I use
straight out of my closet, but it's a nice stretchy material, cotton material, so it's breathable. And I use the bottom seam of the shirt, so that it has a nice edge. And I use that to do a lot of my wrap as well. But this is a shirt.
Last year when I had individuals, I took tights and did like that Janet Jackson Poetic Justice.
Yeah, because it gives you that, so you can have all of that extra leeway to do the crisscross. Yeah, so
and it gives you that fullness. Sometimes with these wraps, they're not thick enough to give you that fullness. But even in that, talking about the styling, like with the prosthetics that we do make here for our hair loss clients, we have the private stations, we have the private shampoo area for you all to feel comfortable and just feel a little more relaxed and not like, feel like you're on a display. But you could also do that Poetic Justice head wrap style with one of our, we could do like a braided piece for you. We can do 2-strand twists. If you have locks, we can create a lock piece for you. We can order like a straight hair piece for you, style it whichever way you want to wear your hair, especially with wigs and pieces and prosthetics. There's still so much variety in what you can do and how you could style your hair. We have a few clients who come in. Every time I come, I'm like, I don't know who about to walk out that private day. I'm like, oh, we red today? Oh, we long today? Okay, we got braids now. So you still have options.
So many more options. A lot of people really feel like when they're losing their hair that they're kind of losing their identity, and that they're losing the option to be able to style their hair in so many different ways, where it actually gives you a little bit more of a leeway, because you can now try hair color that you may not have necessarily would have had the guts or the nerve to try with your own hair, to where if we're doing hair pieces, we always say go ahead and push the limit a little bit and try something that you normally wouldn't try, because if you don't like it, we can take it out. We can do something else.
That's like when I used to get my nails done on a consistent basis. Lana would be like, oh, you don't like the purple? I'm like, keep it. Don't worry about it. I'm coming back 2 weeks. We change it. It's alright.
So it gives you some options, and you can really just kind of explore and just kind of have fun with it. But if that's not your thing, we can match your hair and your style to a T as well. If you want everything to be exactly the way was, we have really great experienced stylists here to really help you with that, to make you feel like you during that time.
Because it's also, especially if it's like a traction alopecia type of situation, not necessarily like totalis or areata where it's more so hereditary, you lose. I mean, and even with all of them, people in society always teach women that your beauty, your hair is everything. And if you're going through a condition, where you're losing your hair, you feel like you're losing yourself. Like CeCe said, you feel like you're losing your beauty, you're losing your femininity in a way. And that's more so just your confidence, because your hair, what India Ivory say, I am not my hair. Right. You are defined by the person within. Your hair adds to that. It's like the cherry on top. Right. So we also try to encourage our clients to, just remain positive, encouraging them. You're beautiful with or without it. We can enhance you if you want. Some people are comfortable walking around, with no hair, and that is absolutely admirable to me.
I think that when they do that, like we had a couple clients that came in last month where they're like, you know what, I'm tired of the wigs, I'm tired of the pieces, and they just get the clippers, I'm cutting it all off. And when they left out, it was almost like
they were liberated.
Weight was just taken off their shoulders, and their shoulders were back, their hair was high, and you saw this glow just kind of come out of their skin. It's like, and when they came back, they was like, oh, I'm sticking with this. It's free. From here, it's freeing. Like you said, it's liberating. It just feels like a sense of pride. It feels empowerment. Exactly, because there's nothing to hide behind. There's nothing. So your natural beauty, your natural radiance, it really does, I feel like, just beams from their skin. And again, either way, whether you want to be completely without your hair, if you want to put a prosthetic on, if you want to wear a head wrap, because at the same time, women and people who don't have hair loss do the same thing. So why if someone has hair loss, they can't have those same options? Right. Don't feel like just because you're going through this right now that you're not beautiful, that you're less than, because you're not. And we're here as stylists, as a unit, as a center here, a hair loss center, to encourage you and to help you through this process. We're going to collaborate with you and figure out what best suits your lifestyle, what best suits your personality, your facial shape, and we're going to work with you in helping you regain that confidence. Because it's all about, as long as you're confident with anything in life, you're going to achieve anything. Like, there have been times where you watch a movie and it's like, well, or even seeing somebody walking down the street, why they together, or why she's so, that person, you couldn't knock them down, because that's exuded from within. So you might look at somebody like, why she got that on? She happy with that on because she's happy with herself. So as long as you're happy with what you're doing and the process that you're going through, because this journey here on earth in life is just about us finding our purpose. And sometimes you have to go through tests and trials to really come fully into your purpose. Right. So this is in God's plan. So, and we're here to help you through whatever, Right. Moving right along. little encouragement right now. Listen, everybody,
their spirit came through me. I had to say that to somebody.
Somebody needed it.
But moving right along to talk about our treatments that we have here for our hair loss clients, and also our hair loss clients, because a lot of our treatments go both ways. Some people don't have hair loss and they also get the treatment. The experience in thinning, and you want to use it as a preventative measure early on. These treatments help really well to kind of slow down the thinning process so that it does not get to that level. You notice it early on. If you could start doing these treatments, it would be so beneficial, because most people actually address their hair loss when more than 50% of their hair is already gone. And at that point, it becomes so much harder to grow the hair back. So if you notice early on, don't ignore it, because that's what we normally tend to do. We ignore it, we're too busy, we have too many other things going on, and so we don't address it. So the sooner you can address the issue with treatments like these, it would really help. But then if it is an ongoing effect, starting as soon as you know about the treatments, because a lot of times people are just unaware that there are treatment options. So that's what we wanted to share with you today, that there are treatment options. Even like you said, with catching it early on, especially if you are aware that it's hereditary. We have a lot of clients who have daughters, and the client themselves does have hair loss. They will start bringing in their daughters to come in and get treatments and get their hair cared for by professionals, so that when that time does come, their daughter has more higher chance of not necessarily having hair loss or having it as bad as the parent does, because they have already put them on that regimen to keep their hair right. So with the treatments we offer, again, everyone can get the treatments done, just like the clients with hair loss can get the basic like steam or deep condition or hot oil, Proplex protein treatment. But we also have several treatments that are geared towards the hair for hair loss, and also geared towards bringing that hair back. So with those treatments, we have our high frequency treatment. We were supposed to bring that over, I forgot. Yeah. But we have our high frequency treatment, which is a treatment that uses gentle pulses of electricity. It's a little rake, and we turn it on and we rake it through your scalp for about 5 minutes. The machine itself can only stay on for 5 minutes, but you can get the high frequency every time you come in. And what that does is any bacteria or buildup that may be clogging the follicle, clogging the pores in the scalp, that will then turn over that and kill any bacteria, any blockage in the scalp. And then normally we refill, we apply, sorry, there's something we normally follow that treatment up with the scalp cure,
Right.
which is our mask. That's it actually.
Yeah, we can grab that.
The scalp cure mask right here.
This is the scalp cure mask.
What's this? We call it the scalp cure because the company before was scalp cure, but now it's, what is it? Trico Pure Scalp Cure. This is scalp cure.
Right.
And it has the bentonite clay and a few essential oils in there. I think it has something like eucalyptus or something. It's not really tingly. Like honestly,
it's a huge detox. Like this cleans and detox.
It has gentle exfoliants in it.
And your hair follicles.
It's natural, so again, you can put it on your face. I had a nasty pimple right here last week, and I put some on there. And
it's right there.
But
right up.
typically, we like to do the high frequency and the scalp cure together because, again, the high frequency kills that bacteria, and in turn, with the gentle exfoliants and the scalp cure, that then removes all of that buildup, all of that debris, all of that blockage.
So it gives you, it basically prepares your scalp to have a environment to actually grow. It lays the foundation so that the active hair follicles that are working can actually move freely to actually come up through the hair follicles to actually grow. It just lays the foundation for a clean, unclogged, blocked hair follicles and pores, so that your scalp and your hair can have the foundation to grow in a healthy environment. No blockage, no breakage.
Right.
In that way.
And then again, and those are for the scalp.
Mm-hmm.
The realignment and the micro mist treatments are for the hair. So the realignment is a treatment that we use that seals the cuticle, stops any breakage or shedding, and adds moisture back into the hair. The micro mist is a treatment that basically it accelerates any type of chemical or like a realignment treatment service. It cuts the time like basically in half.
Yeah.
But the micro mist also, it's not a steamer, it uses water molecules to go deeper into the shaft that actual steam could. It'll really penetrate and add moisture, and it also has a cool setting on the machine itself, so that will help with sealing that moisture in. And just making sure that the hair is really healthy and moisturized, because moisture is really the key. A healthy scalp and moisture is like the key to healthy growing hair.
Right.
Moving right along onto the main treatment that we have here that literally takes like 45 minutes. You can walk in with, you can even have your piece still on. You don't even have to take it off. You just walk in straight to the back, and we turn it on is the laser. The low light laser therapy treatment that we offer here. That does come in a package form. You have to do either 4 treatments within 1 to 2 weeks, or 8 treatments within 2 to 4 weeks. The 4 treatment package starts at $150. The low light laser therapy treatment package with 8 treatments starts at $300. And you would just pop in. You don't even necessarily. You could get a service done, but for the most part, when people come in for the laser, they just walk right to the back and turn it on, and when they're done, because it's already paid for ahead of time, they walk right out. And you could come once a week, once every 2 weeks.
It's really beneficial. I think that it's prepaid for the reason of that if you are not getting it done consistently and you can't commit to actually coming in on a regular basis, then we usually tell you not to start the laser therapy, because you won't really see the benefit of it. You have to really be committed to wanting to see a change in your hair loss and in the situation.
Right.
So
and that's honestly with all of the treatments. Like these are non-surgical, all topical, non-invasive treatments. So it's gonna take time.
Right.
Like even with the high frequency, you're not gonna see results the next time you come.
Right.
This is over. Like I have a client. She's been doing it for almost a year now, and we just now are kind of starting to see some follicles coming through, some hair coming through the scalp right now, and it's been a year.
Right.
I mean, because if you think about it, if it took you this long,
you didn't lose your hair
in a day. So it's going to take time.
It's not going to come back in a day. It's really about commitment. It's
your
about
diet,
about your water intake, about your
protein,
exactly.
vitamins. Because even if we take a look over here, I didn't even think about talking about this today, but since we are We have a list here in the salon in the private station about different ways people suffer with hair loss. So that can come with stress, it can be genetic, hereditary, your diet. If you're in bad health, like if you are on a lot of medications, your environment, right? So all of those things. If internally you're not healthy, the hair is like not a necessity for you to survive. So your body is going any little nutrients you're taking in. If you're not eating right, eat a lot of greasy carbs and all of that stuff, the little bit of nutrients that you may be taking in are going to your heart, your liver, your lungs, kidneys, and all that. So your hair is the last thing you learn. So typically when people are not healthy, if you're smoking, that hair normally is very thin, very dry, very limp. So internally, making sure that you're healthy from the inside out also will help. Again, protein, vegetables, making sure you're taking. I've had conversations with like grown people like, oh, I hate vegetables.
I don't drink water. Well, I have a lot of men clients, and they come in with thinning and with the locks, and their locks may be starting to thin and things like that, and they want to be able to save them. So then when I start asking questions as far as how's your diet, a lot of times if they're in like their 20s and 30s and things like that, they're living off of bar food.
Wings, cheese, steaks.
I cannot stress enough, if you're eating heavy macaroni and cheese, yams, and buffalo wings at least 3 nights a week, all of that inflammation, all of the cholesterol, the grease, the fats, and things like that, that is accelerating your hair loss. And so I realize that a lot with my guy clients. And then if you're in the gym on an increased level and you are taking different weight gainers and things like that to bodybuild, most people that are professional bodybuilders are all the way bald. You want to know why? Because the added testosterone and those different muscle builders and the whey and the weight gains and all of that kind of stuff take the hair right out. So we have to know and kind of contribute all of those factors in with your treatments, because it all goes together. It all goes hand in hand.
And even again, like going back to talking about that list over there with medicines, diabetic medication, insulin, and also high blood pressure medication are known, like that's one of the main side effects of both of those types of medicines is hair thinning or hair loss. My grandmother suffers from hair loss. She's been diabetic way like before I was born. I'll be 24 in November. So again, with your health, make sure that you're eating and doing what you need to do internally is definitely gonna aid in making sure that your hair is as healthy as it can be for the long haul. So I believe that is the other treatment I wanted to mention was the oxygen.
The oxygen is so awesome, and we don't get to do it as much because a lot of people don't really know about it. And I really feel like it's like the hidden gem here, because the oxygen treatment we use here is it almost is like the same as a airbrush makeup machine. And we put a little serum of botanical oils into it, and we blow that into your scalp, going back and forth with actually putting the oxygen itself onto your scalp, which is like a cool mist. It feels really good. Feels so
after you done had all that warm water cleansing you and massaging, that cool blowing, and then we push the serum into it as well. And follow up with the oxygen again, just kind of make sure that serum is going into the pore, and that actually is
like
leaving.
A whole head massage.
It feels good.
Oxygen air, and oxygen is like people are now getting into full body oxygen chambers just for the benefits of their skin, and so we're actually applying and using those same technologies for your scalp.
And also, in order for blood to flow through your body, like, not to say that it sounds kind of hard, but if you're not alive, stuff is going to be dead, right? So if there's not enough oxygen in the scalp, the blood flow for the papilla, for the follicle to reactivate is low. So by blowing that oxygen in, it actually is kind of boosting up the blood flow for the hair to come through. So we also need to, maybe we should do like a special oxygen.
Maybe our next live.
Don't quote me on that because we don't even
show
have that.
it, like how
on a demo.
Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll
don't
do a
quote
demo
me on the special yet because we didn't have no conversations with nobody yet. So don't come in here asking Miss Kim and nobody for the oxygen treatment because she won't go.
You can ask
for the oxygen, but don't say the
oxygen treatment.
Special yet?
Much?
I don't know.
It's
the oxygen is $39. Just like
and it's so worth it.
And
it's
you
so
probably
worth
should have
it.
went over the price too. But yeah, the high frequency is $39. The scalp is $28. The realignment is $39. Micro mist is $50. And we also talked about the $150 and $300 for the laser packages. But yeah, I mean, does anybody have any questions, any concerns? Maybe you know someone with hair loss, tell them to come on down. We have them where hair loss, hair health, salon, full service salon. We still do relaxers sometimes, press and curls, color and all of that stuff, but we do specialize in making sure that everyone's hair is as healthy as it can be. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to add.
Yeah, I think we covered a lot. We gave you a lot to think about. Remember, if you are not on our mailing list, to make sure that you are on our mailing list, because that's how you know about all of our lives that are coming up, and that's how you know about all of the specials that we have on a monthly basis so that you can take advantage of those.
Absolutely. And what I will mention right now, because it's getting time, and I know last year we was kind of on the ball with promoting the me was on the ball with promoting it, but guys, our vending event, that's why I look like this today, because I'm a sidekick. Boom. Remember that promotion? Yeah, the sidekick is back, and I know where you're going to be on October 20th. You're going to be here. It's a Sunday. Come after church if you need to for the vending event. And if you know anyone who wants to be a vendor, tell them to contact the salon and forward the email to Mara, and Mara will send you the paperwork to fill out for you to rent the booth. But yeah, it's gonna be great.
That's my favorite. I think that's the best thing about it, because it gives the opportunity of all the creatives that we know to be able to come together and just share all of their talents and be able to get paid for what they do so well, and just to show. And
it's a great day to come in and network and communicate and be with the people. I love being with people.
Right.
So I'll be there.
All
who
of
doesn't
the
want to be around me,
entrepreneurs that have awesome businesses, please come and share with us.
Hopefully it's nice out that day, because I just envision like some people outside, like
that'll be awesome.
Maybe somebody got a food truck pull up.
Damn.
Hey, what's up?
We love to eat.
Remember that day, Sunday, October 20th. The time will be announced soon. But yeah, you guys, Blue Sage Hair Wellness. What's good? Again, if you have any other questions, concerns, don't hesitate to leave a comment on the live. We will try to respond to that. Or you can email, call, or when you come in and see us, ask us.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll put those answers in the next live.
Definitely.
But y'all have a good week. Kids have a good first day of school.
Yes, the 16-year-old started back to school.
Somebody is too excited. You couldn't wait for him to get back to school.
Eating me out of house and house.
He needs a job. Well, we're hiring. Want to be
he grew up in the salon.
He like, no.
He won't step back in here at all. But no,
y'all.
I need my distance. He don't need to be in here. Yes.
Right. Absence makes the work go.
Right.
All right. Well, y'all have a blessed day, blessed week, and we will see you soon. Bye.